Hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today is my last day for Make It March, and all the details and the channels that are participating in this collaboration put on by Lisa over at Sutton's Days is in the comment section below. What are we doing today? I had salmon patties on the calendar, and then I decided that I would do something a little bit different. It's still a salmon patty, but I'm going to turn it into a burger. Yes, I am. It is going to be divine, delicious, and yes. So I've got a pint of home canned salmon. This is steelhead that I canned a couple years ago, and we're ready to open this jar and make it happen. I've got about a quarter of a big red bell pepper. I'm going to bring you in close and give you all the ingredients that we're going to be doing this magical burger with. Salmon burgers are one of my favorites, and I don't get them often enough. To be really honest with you, I crave seafood sometimes. So when you're craving something, go for it. Let's come in close and I'll show you how easy this is. Okay, so it couldn't be easier. I'm going to add a few things here, but I want cheese in my salmon patty, not on my salmon patty. So I'm going to cut up, I get these little fresh mozzarella balls. You've seen them in your grocery store. Let's grab those. We're going to grab some of those. And it's going to be super easy. I already diced the pepper. So I'm just cutting this into, just a little bite, a nibble. You're going to come across that in the patty and go, oh, yummy. So about 6 chunks out of each one, maybe. You don't have to get too precise. Do it how you want to see it in your salmon burger. So it's been a great collaboration. Lisa is giving away a pressure canner at the end of the month here. She's so generous and so very thankful to invite me. I'm so very thankful to her to invite me again this year. And I really love showing you guys how to use your pantry items that you've canned. You work hard to can them, and then you look at it and go, so what do I do with that? I'm going to grab a couple more here. And any leftovers I might have will be a chef treat. But seriously, who doesn't love cheese? So this is going to be pretty big burgers. I got big sesame buns. You could do any kind of size bun you want, but this is for dinner. So these are nice big buns. And let me just tell you, I need to start making my own. That package of 8 was $5. What? Shut up. That's what I say. Just shut up. Shut the front door. So maybe a quarter cup of the cheese, all choppy, and you just want little pieces here and there that are going to show up in that burger mixture, and along with the peppers. You have a farm fresh egg, no problem. We're going to open this jar, and I have a bowl to drain. And the start, okay, hold on. Nice seal. Ooh. And seafood typically lasts on my shelf about 5 years before I say, But well, I will say it will last. It never goes that long. This salmon was done 3 years ago. So drain off that liquid, and it really is liquid gold. It creates its own juices. So good. I'm going to put this in the container of my dog's homemade dog food for this week, and mix it in, and they get the benefits of all those oils and delicious things that are involved there in that. Okay, we got our salmon, and I do want to use some kind of a wooden or plastic or some non-metallic. We all are guilty of using spoons and forks in our jars, but we should be keeping it to a minimum. So I'm just going to get in here, and I see some more juicy juice. But We want some of that in there because it's going to be absorbed by the crackers because I use saltine crackers in my salmon patties. And I make them different all the time. So this is just a different version. This has bone, skin, everything. It's all going in and it's all good for you. And you would never know there's a bone involved. If you do get a little piece of bone, it literally, you can smash it in your hand. This was a beautiful steelhead right out of the river. Locally. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I'm so excited. Don't leave any of that in the jar. And this will make 4 big burgers. We're making burgers, baby. Now, if you were doing patties, I'd probably make them the size of a canning lid ring. We're going to add we're going to add some salt. Just do it minimally because seafood tends to have a little fair amount of salty brine. Some pepper. I love black pepper. So go ahead and get generous with that. And let's add this mixture. Oh yeah. This might even make 6 burgers. We'll see. I'm going to make them pretty hefty though, so I'm shooting for 4. Okay, 1 large egg, and you can choose to. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful egg. My neighbor has gorgeous hens and roosters that just are beautiful, and I am very thankful I get those eggs right here local. Support my neighbor, and there you go. Okay, now I'm going to rinse this cutting board off. It still has some red residue from the peppers, but that's okay. It'll take care of it in the dishwasher. It's just going to be easier to do that. And then the star, oh my gosh, the star of the show. What? Cowboy candy! Okay, cowboy candy to the rescue. This is going to kick it up a notch. Woo! And that is an amazing sound for a home canner. So again, I don't want to stick that in there in the jar. So I'm going to grab a spatula and we're going to add cowboy candy to the mix. Okay, so it's sweet, it's briny, and my drawer just said, nope, I'm not shutting. So about a third of a half pint jar will be perfect for this recipe. And let's put that right up there and get that out of the way. And that will be an eyeball effect, really and truly. And now, oh my gosh, that looks incredible just the way it is. But we need a binder. And I want to make sure I feel like I've got enough cheese coming through there. And I think I do. Because I'm not going to put cheese on the outside. Okay? You could, most assuredly. We're going to put some crackers in there. We need to make this so we can actually form patties. Yes, indeed. And I almost forgot. We need some onion. Even though it's, well, we're going to measure with my heart. Okay. These are Thrive's freeze-dried minced onions. And I'm going to say that's a tablespoon and a half. Okay. That way we get that onion flavor. It helps absorb the moisture and we don't get big bites of onions because some people do not like that. Okay, let's get these crackers down. It's usually about a half a sleeve, but we're gonna start out and see how I feel. It's another measure with your heart. I'm just gonna give you the ingredients and you can make it yours. You'll know when you feel like you could form a patty with these, and the only thing that we really need to cook is that we need to heat them through and cook them, but it's the egg that needs to cook for us, so not a big deal. Okay, I do want a little bit more, so we'll do another 5. I might have had 6 or 7 on the first go round. If you guys really have to follow a recipe, I can loosely follow and make it work. All right, and the saltine crackers do add flavor, so don't leave them out. You're gonna enjoy it. Okay, and now I feel like I need to wash my hands a little bit, and we're gonna start forming some patties. All right, let me get my hands washed off here. And I brought out some parchment, but I do feel like I want to taste to see if there's enough cowboy candy. I think there is. I don't want to get too much and have it overpowering. So it looks, visually, it looks like it's distributed evenly. I think it'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to leave it alone. And that's really hard for me to do sometimes. Okay, now we're going to get to, well, getting the patty up. Let's do some patties. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I have a buttered bun. And I'm just going to brown that first. I need to get a flipper. Anyways, I'm going to brown that and get that on a plate. And that'll be my serving plate. But heat your bun first. Get it browned. And then I just put butter on it. And then we'll get to the patties. And it's going to be so good. I'm excited for this. You could flour or put these in a panko breadcrumb if you wanted to. I've done it all different ways, and it comes out really good. But I'm just gonna say we're keeping it simple. And I made a dill aioli, if you will, with garlic and dill, and that's going to be, instead of mayonnaise, that's what's going to go as a condiment on our bun. So let's finish this. And whoop, that one's starting to get brown. There we go. I need my gas heat back. Anyway, we'll get this all nice and toasty. And I have lettuce and tomato. Seriously, that's all you're going to need with this. All the peppers and you don't want to take away from what's inside that salmon burger or salmon patty, however you want to call it. Okay, perfect. I've got a toasty bun. I kind of want it a little toastier. Let's get this one toastier. And this one's mine. My husband will be late, so like I said, which is unusual, but it's okay. Look at those beauties back there. If you can guess what they are, leave me a comment in the comment section. Okay. Because I don't believe the video will be out by the time I get this one out. In fact, I'm positive. Okay, that's perfect. Brown that bun. Whoop, whoop. Brownie. Okay, now we're going to throw down some olive oil. And this is my favorite cooking olive oil. I get it at Costco. This is a non-stick pan, so you don't need much. But we're going to go ahead with this big fat salmon patty. Oops. And I'm going to cook 2 of these off. Or possibly, actually, I'm going to cook 3 of them off. I'll save the last one to cook off for my husband. I'm going to cook these off so I have something for lunch tomorrow. I'm going to have this with a salad. So I'll have, and you just want to cook it through. So the egg is cooked. And that's about it, really. It'll set up for you. Okay. And then don't mess with them. Leave them alone. And, I'm excited. I do want a little bit more olive oil, even though I don't need it. It's good for your heart, right? I want a crispy, crunchy salmon burger. Okay. Ooh, doggy. These look good already. I'm so excited. And if you feel like you need more pepper, which I feel like I do, you can do it on the outside. Going in. We like a lot of black pepper. Now I'm going to black pepper that one. This one's going to go in the refrigerator. I'll cover it, and it'll be ready for when he gets home. I can just make him up a patty or a burger, no problem. Super easy, super fast. Okay. These are going to go about 3 to 5 minutes on the first side and about 3 minutes on your second side to get that egg cooked through. Right? I'll be back when I'm cooking. Here we go. We got our patty off the skillet, and I will tell you, and I did the dill aioli. I will tell you, I would have added another egg. These wanted to fall apart on me, and because you've got vegetables that are like the peppers, the red peppers, you could saute them first or use pimentos. I just want a nice tomato and some lettuce, some crispy romaine lettuce to top off my burger, and we're going to give it a whirl here. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look good? I really want to cut it. Just see what happened here. Let me give it a cut, and then we'll get a picture. And dinner will be served. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay. Whoops. Somebody left the party. Okay, I'm going to get this all situated so it's pretty for a picture. And we'll give you a taste test here. I already know it's going to be delicious. Okay. Pictures. Hold on. Hold, please. Okay, here we go. It's time for a taste test. Okay. Okay, I'm super excited about this. This is not going to be an easy task, but I'm good. Here we go. Messy. But so good. The jalapenos, the pickled jalapenos, Cowboy candy coming through. Wow. I normally have my burger without a bun, which would make this a salmon patty. But the red bell pepper gives a little bit of a crunch. Like I said, I would add one more egg just to really bind it better because of the vegetables, or saute your vegetables prior. But it's delicious. My husband is going to love this. And honestly, I can't think of a better way to use your home canned salmon. Or you could do this with tuna as well. This, it was, like I said, is steelhead. So some of it, you got pieces that fall out, but okay. So just add an extra egg. Or if you don't mind it crumbling, or saute your veggies, make sure they're soft. It's just like meatloaf. Usually I saute my veggies. Wow. Okay, I'm going to finish my dinner. Call it good. All of the information, the people that are participating in this beautiful collaboration done by Lisa over at Sutton's Days is in the About section below. There's a ton of videos for you to learn how to, because this has been going on for the last few years, you can go back and search that and find recipes on how to use your home canned products. So if you're a home canner or you're starting, or you just go, oh, it's beautiful, what do I do with it? Because I remember that back in the day. Use it like you normally would anything else that you put in your pantry. Look at that. Delicious salmon burgers. All right, for the win. Seriously, this is one of the best salmon burgers I've ever had. I hope you try it.